Welcome back, you lovely people, to Cowland on Cars, when I'm delighted to say this is a very, very exciting episode because I'm back. I'm back at Jaguar Classic, where over the last few months, my lovely XJ Sport Manual has been enjoying a spa, a retreat, a restoration where the wonderful people here, the hugely experienced staff, have been lavishing it with care, parts and attention to rewind it all the way back to 1997. If you come with me inside, hopefully my good friend Edward is in here with a service book, and I'm hoping a car. Edward, how are you, mate?
Welcome back.
Thank you, buddy.
Are you excited?
I'm so excited.
I should think so as well.
Come with us. Look at this. Oh my word. What have you done with my car? That's ridiculous. It's never been that shiny ever. Oh mate, look at that.
Come out well, hasn't it?
Unbelievable. Mate, I don't know what to say.
Your new executive transport.
It really is like looking at a brand new car,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah, we're very, very pleased with it. Even details like the correct tyre tread.
Unbelievable. We're just waiting for the riffraff to go through the shots before we begin this moving scene. So there you go. You've seen the beauty shots, and I'm with Ed. Ed, first of all, thank you, mate. Thank you so much.
Welcome back. Welcome back. My pleasure.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's by far the cheapest car in this room,
Yeah.
by about £250,000.
But doesn't it just fit?
It does, though.
Beautifully. And that's what we're trying to do. You know, we're not about what you've got. It's about your enthusiasm. It's about everybody's budget, and it's about keeping the brand on the road.
Oh, I love it. I love it. But this, to me, I'm obviously, every time I come here, so I've been here 3-4 times now.
Yeah.
It's been hugely exciting.
Yeah.
You've looked after me like royalty. And it's not just me. If you come as well, we are friends. That's obvious. But if you just come as a ragged punter off the street with your motor car.
Everybody's treated the same. And,
Yeah.
and you know, we're as excited and enthusiastic about the cars as the owners are. And it's projects we want to be part of. It's not about the business. It's not about doing business. It's about keeping the brand on the road and enjoying ourselves, and customers enjoying themselves. And that's what brings the joy. And happy chickens lay eggs.
It's very, very true. I'm delighted with the car. That my happiness level now is an 11.
Good.
I haven't opened the bill yet, which is extensive. So let's go through the bill. I mean, whatever it is, it's worth it. I mean, I'm obviously joking with you because all the way through this, Ed has kept me posted of every single expense, and where there's been additional work needed, like the paintwork that we didn't know, we've gone through that.
Yeah.
No nasty surprise. So I know exactly what's in here. I'm just pulling your leg. So do you want to read us through? Because obviously you're the gentleman. There's many, many pages of it.
Yep.
And what we're looking at here as well, isn't it, is, you know, I've spent a not inconsiderate amount of money making this better, but
That's right.
I now think I've added value to the car. I know when I sell cars at auction, if they've got great paperwork,
Yep.
it adds value. And if it's got great
It does.
paperwork from the manufacturer or main dealer, it's always a little bit more. So
It
just talk
makes
us
the
through.
difference. So every car, particularly cars such as yours, Paul, which was a recommission, as we consider it, is like a project. It's more than just a service. And a project has different milestones, different points of achievement, different grades of spend, and what it doesn't just build an invoice at the end, it tells a story of the process of what the car's been through. So yeah, this one is quite a few pages long.
And we should point out as well for the people watching when I do the full reveal at the end, is that we haven't tried to do, this is not a restoration to your normal standard, is it? Because there are imperfections on the front bumper, there's cracking and crazing on the colonisation of the seats. I've not tried to go brand new. I've tried to keep the character of the car, but what we have done mechanically, where we could make it better, we have spent there, haven't we?
Yeah, and again, it's having that balance of budget, customers' requirements, and what our quality requirements are, because they have to be met.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's a project, not just a service. So this invoice has been constructed from the health check. So that's that 8-hour inspection that you originally came in for all those weeks ago. So this is the package of work that's been completed, then itemised, had a cost associated to it, and then rolled, and the invoice is created. So things on here, it's got the original health check, which was the 8 hours of labour to complete the health check.
We should explain that just in case you missed the first episode. So that is when the car comes in, before any work begins, the guys need to assess exactly what's needed, and obviously that takes a long time. You have to go through from the front to the back of the car, like an MOT on steroids, isn't it, basically?
Absolutely, yeah. And again, it's done by an enthusiast. It's done by somebody who's a time-served brand technician, whether it be Land Rover or Jaguar. They know the vehicles, they're passionate about the vehicles, and they know from experience what stays right and what goes wrong. So for example, here we've got the full electrical system check. We've got simple things like the wiper blade rubbers and battery drop testing. All of these take an amount of time. You know, it's not just a case of sticking a voltmeter on it and seeing what the battery is. It's correctly pulling amps from the battery to see the condition of the battery and knowing potentially how long it's got left. In this car's circumstance, the brakes were a bit of an issue.
They were rubbish.
They'd seen better days.
Yeah.
They were good for boat anchors, and that's about it. So again, you've got really a whole page on here of what we've done with the brakes. So that's replacing brake pins, replacing shoes, replacing pads. And
because
really
that's the thing, isn't it? Because a lot of people think, yeah, disc pads. If I put disc pads on my Jaguar, I've done the job properly. But actually, what we revealed in the last video, which is well worth a watch, I'll put the link below, is that actually it's all the little finagly bits, the clips, the washers, particularly those kind of quarter turn split pins that go in behind the back plate.
Yep.
All of that deteriorates on any car.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you want to do it properly, you have to change it all.
Yeah. And not only that, as an enthusiast, you potentially look at your car in more detail. You might jack it up. You might want to clean underneath. You might want to do a bit of DIY yourself. So it's important to know that when you're looking into the depths of the car, that we have done things right up until the back plate. You know, if the back plate has corroded and it's got pinholes in it, it's not doing its job to its best of its ability. And it's probably not as cosmetically appealing as it could be. So changing things like that adds that extra value.
Because the other thing is, and obviously I've splashed out a bit here, and you guys have looked after me with a bit of a trade rate, I'll be honest with you guys. But if you can't afford the labour, at least buy the correct parts. Even if you can do the work yourself, buying the parts, tiny bit more expensive than pattern parts, but like with anything, good stuff always fits.
Yes.
It just saves you time, saves you messing about. I'm a big fan, as I get older, pay a little bit more to get the proper stuff that fits and works.
Yeah, but not only that, you can buy the parts to do the work yourself, or potentially take it to an independent from our website. And what you're buying are our classic parts, which are our manufacturer, OEM, and all-important warranty that comes with it. So it's not a pattern part. You know it's going to fit. You know it's going to last. And if for any reason there is an issue,
that's your problem then, isn't it? Then,
yeah, not yours. So
I love that.
Yeah, done lots and lots to this car. Anti-roll bars. We've done dampers. We've done damper bushes, we've done exhaust rubbers, we've done all the filters, critical fluids. It just goes on and on and on. Now, that might seem that we've raised the complexity of the project. We haven't, we've just gone further in depth than a normal service. And it all tallies up. And it creates an 11-page invoice. I think.
Well, thank you very much indeed.
So I'm going to leave that with you.
Yeah, I better go and get my wallet out and settle up.
That's right.
But the other thing, yeah, thank you, mate. The other thing, what I really love about this is just absolutely magic, isn't it? So you also get one of these little Jaguar Classic books. So it almost starts a new life, doesn't it?
Yes.
So 27 years in, it's kind of almost reborn, although that is actually a thing of its own. And you get this wonderful service book, and I've got my first Jaguar stamp in the book, which is just great, a 46246. When do I need to come back for my next one?
Next year, please, Paul.
Okay.
And you'll get the rest of the invoice.
Mate, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been a genuine pleasure.
No, and me, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Cup of tea to celebrate, I think. Good. And after that celebratory cup of tea, it was time for a monumental moment for all of us as she rolled out of that incredible room, as by far the cheapest car there, onto the road for the first time in many months. She's done some road tests with the Jaguar technicians, but now I want to see what they've done, how it feels, and just how different it is. I've spent a lot of money. Can you feel where it's all gone? That's the question. So after all those weeks, after all that money, after all that time, all that effort, all that skill, what is it like to get back into a 1997 Jaguar that's effectively, mechanically at least, been rewound? Well, it's every bit as brilliant as you would hope. It is. The only word I can use is crisp. Everything feels crisp and new and easy and light. You know, anyone that buys a new car, you get that wonderful first year where everything just is fingertip, isn't it? Everything works brilliantly and easily and feels fresh. And that's how it feels. I was lucky enough to drive these in period, and stepping in this today feels exactly like driving a brand new vehicle, which is not surprising. We've obviously exchanged and replaced a lot of mechanical parts, and quite rightly, the car has responded to that. It just feels like day one. It feels like driving a brand new Jaguar XJ 4 litre Sport. It's absolutely beautiful. It's just a lovely, lovely thing to be in. I will do a full review of this car at some point in the future, because obviously this is quite a long video already and I don't want to keep you. You want to have your tea. But they're just mega. Everybody thinks this period, manual driver's car, it's probably the BMW, it's the 3 Series. But this, the 4-litre straight 6 manual gearbox, a nice lower profile tyre, obviously a different spec damper. They're actually a really fun car. They're quite chuckable. You can use the weight on these and you can row the manual gearbox and have a little bit of fun with them. They're an immense thing. I'm surprised they only made 44 of this. 44, that's all they made. God knows how many's left. I suppose if you were in the 90s, a young thrusting executive with a few quid to spend, you probably would have had a BMW if you wanted a manual. But I'm very glad whoever ordered this one ordered it the way they did. Amazing. It's really hard to convey to you just how lovely it is to drive a car that I've had for a while and drove very well before I took it to Jaguar. But everything has just gone up. The aircon is ice cold. The steering is so quiet and easy. Obviously brand new tyres, they've all been balanced beautifully. So that's an absolute joy. And every little control just feels fresh. Everything is doing what you want it to do. The experience has been amazing. Obviously it isn't a small amount of money. I'm British, I'm not going to tell you exactly what I've spent, but let's just say I spent £6,000 buying the car. I have spent more than that making the car better. It was a substantial bill. The guys did give me a bit of trade discount, which I very much appreciate. But look what they've done. It wasn't about, have I doubled the value of the car? Would I get all my money back if I sold it? If this was television, these would be the questions that we're asking. But it's not television. This is my car. I don't really plan to sell it. If I get my money back, that's lovely. If I don't, it doesn't matter. That's what maintenance is, isn't it? You've got to keep these things on the road, looking and working well. And that's what we've done. We've made it better. We've made it look better. We've made it work better. Mechanically, of course, I think it's beyond compare. But cosmetically, we've had the guys from Dent Technique come out and they've just straightened the sides out. So thank you very much for that, guys. And of course, the wonderful guys at JLR have done that paintwork, that art, taken all that corrosion out, made it beautiful. And what a difference that's made. It's made an absolutely huge difference. And of course, it's not going to go rotten or get any worse. And we'll probably, if I look after it, get another 27 years out of it. And I think being one of the few XJ Sport manuals they ever made, I think there's a great reason to keep it on the road. Hopefully what this experience has shown is you don't need to have enormous amounts of money. I don't pretend that spending thousands of pounds on a car is something that everybody can do. I know how lucky I am to do that. But I think if you've got an XJ, if you've got a 300 or a 308, you already know wherever you take it, unless you are a mechanic yourself, or you have a very friendly garage, even a good specialist is going to charge you thousands to keep one on the road. So I don't think what Jaguar does is unrealistic for this type of car. In fact, I think it's spectacular value. And if you do have one, if you need anything more than just a service, give them a bell. The whole thing from start to finish, the way they've communicated with me, the way I was made to feel welcome, and it wouldn't just be me. If you went, it would be exactly the same thing for you. It's just a true pleasure. It's a wonderful thing. So not only do you get the feel-good factor of keeping an old car on the road, they really do make you feel special. They really do make you feel, even though I was probably spending the least amount of money of any car in that workshop, and probably it was the cheapest car in that workshop, the experience was something truly magnificent. And then to be able to pick it up in that room at the end, in that company, in the company of cars that cost literally over £1 million, was something truly unique that I'll remember forever. She's got a service book. We're going to keep her in that manner going forward. I'll take her home every year and just give her a little tickle. But it's been emotional. It really has. It's been a wonderful journey. But thank you very much for coming along with me. I hope you've enjoyed it too. Who knows? Maybe they'll let us take the P38 back there. You never know your luck. But either way, I've got this car. This isn't the end of the journey for this car, it's just the beginning as well. There's other things I want to do to this, little imperfections I want to sort, because mechanically we've done it perfectly, but cosmetically there's a few bits to do. But join me for that too. Do like, subscribe, ring that bell. It does make a huge difference if you get the notifications and watch it when the show comes out. That first hour or so of you guys all watching together really makes a difference to the algorithm. So do please keep doing that. And as I say, really appreciate you coming along for the ride. I'll see you next time.